Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Hope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because he's completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. The boy is back. The kid is back. CB is home. What up, brother? How you been, man? What's good, family?
I've been good. Where the hell is Joe? Joe, where you at, bro? Joe late as hell.
Bro, Joe on the last show was like, oh, my guys, you know what I'm saying, never put in for the PTO. Joe hit up 3 minutes before, like, hey, I'm running late, fellas. What were we supposed to do if Joe was supposed to host this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of PTO is that?
Text.
Nah, he ain't even hit us. Hey, man, before we get started with the silliness, you know what I'm saying, much love and all our thoughts with our big brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Taking some time off, family first, my brother. We love you, Poke. Be good, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, this is family, man. Hope whenever you need us, we're here. You know what I'm saying? You want to chop it up about nothing, you want to call us. Whatever you need to do, bro, we're here. You know what I'm saying? We're praying for you, man. We know it ain't easy, dog. We ain't gonna get too much into it, but had to start it off with that, man. That's my big brother. I look up to him, man. That's why me and him got like that brother shit. Like you see it in the chat. I look up to him, man. So whenever he needs us, man, we're here, man. So to reach out, man. You ain't going through nothing alone, man. That goes out to you and the family for real.
Yeah, shout out to Polk and his family. Beautiful people, man. Really are. They really are beautiful people. Polk, Mrs. Polk, the kids. Yeah, they're beautiful people and a beautiful family. And it just always hurts when bad things happen to good people. You feel me? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're good people. And you can tell by Polk and by Mrs. Polk that they were raised well and they got, you know what I'm saying, good parents too. So yeah, we don't want to get too much into it, but my heart definitely goes out to Polk's family and to Polk himself and to Mrs. Polk, because like I said, they're beautiful people, man. They're really good people. Some of the best people I've had the pleasure of meeting. So
facts.
Yeah, man. Extra prayers in the chat for my guy. We love you, man. Dog. We love you.
For real, man. All day, bro. That's my brother, man. For real. Rasta in the building. I haven't seen him in the comments cooking up. My dog says, where is it? Your next strong as fuck if you looking up. Yes, fam. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You see it. Look,
Hulk a big ass dude.
Hulk Poke is a problem. You know what I'm saying? We don't say he lifts buildings for no reason. That's a motherfucker right there, man. Look, there's no
the real Hulk
way to segue. The real Hulk, like no CGI. You know what I'm saying? He's out here for real. So yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to the family. All right, there's no good way to segue from that. You know what I'm saying? All our love, everything for that, man. So, look who decided. Look who. Hey, man, welcome.
Ooh.
How you doing?
CB. Now I'm happy because CB is here, not because Ben is here, but because CB is here.
That's a little.
Does that say goat milk? What does that say on the right?
What?
Galileo
mix. Gallo. That's Gallo.
What does that entail?
That is a rooster mix.
It's chamoy mango candy.
What the fuck is chamoy, CB? What do we? You know what? That is a what?
Hold up. Stop. Hold on. Is that? Hold on. Hold the hell on.
Yeah, we're here.
He's also
what did I
roasting
just
you,
walk
you
into, son?
Yeah.
Hold on.
What, fam?
Let's get it. Come on, man. Rasta, my guy.
That's one of them day ones, man.
Did that say beaver nuggets?
Yes.
Chocolate covered beaver nuggets.
Chocolate. Chocolate covered.
That makes it right. That makes it right. Okay.
That doesn't make it better.
Yeah.
What up, Carl? It's been a minute, brother. I hope everything is good.
So CB, what part of the United States were you in to get all this shit? I'm questioning. Where were you, son?
I was in Texas, dog. You know how we get down.
Where did you just come from, son?
You know what I get down. I've been in.
He went north.
I mean, what part of Texas? Like, you had to be in a remote part of Texas. Son. You was not in Houston. You were not in Houston.
These are like road. Why CB got road trip snacks at home? What's the fuck
he didn't finish them. He didn't finish them on the road.
I bought too much, dog. I'll be going OD. I spent about $80 in Buc-ee's on snacks.
Yo, Buc-ee's is a problem.
Buc-ee's is ridiculous. That doesn't need to be a store, son.
It doesn't need to be like that at all. It doesn't need to be like that at all.
I was in Dallas.
Okay, you went up north, huh?
You was outside, Def Conning. You know what I'm saying? You was outside.
I was up in Dallas past 2 weekends. So for anyone in the chat, that's why I haven't been on the show. I've been in Dallas the past 2 weekends at OT7. Yeah. How many stops? 1. I don't be stopping, bro. It's 4-hour drive, dog. I don't be stopping. I'm not that kind of driver. I don't like driving, so I'm not stopping. Yeah, it's one stop. It's one stop at Buc-ee's to refuel, use the restroom, eat, and then back on the road. Like I don't like driving, so and it's 4 hours. It's 4 hours there and 4 hours back. So
you obviously spend the night. So you leave right after the event is over.
Yeah. So like the first weekend was crazy because we had just fired somebody at work. So all of us was like all hands on deck. So like that Thursday and Friday, I worked 25, 26 hours total. And woke up in the morning, drove 4 hours to Dallas, got to Dallas like 20 minutes before our first game. Stayed at the field obviously all day with the squad. For those that don't know, I'm a part of DEFCON United. So I was out at OT with DEFCON United. Shout out to the squad. They're actually in Maryland right now at Battle DMV. I couldn't make it this
weekend.
Like
it was cold out there. Looked like it was cold out there. Them boys were pretty cold. Hoodied up.
But so yeah, work the whole Saturday, you know what I'm saying, content, be there for the guys, make them clips, all that stuff. And then stayed at the hotel. Sunday had to be at the field, and then right after the last game, the first weekend right after the last game, I pretty much dipped and drove home because I didn't get home till like 8. The second weekend was crazy because our first game was at like 10, so I had to leave the house at like 5. So I left at like 5. Yeah, our first game was at 11, like 11:40 or something like that. So I left at like 5, 4 hours there. And then same thing. We played 5 games both weekends. A lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun out there. Anyone that knows me. I was umpiring from the time I was like 14 to the time I was like 24, 25. So I've been around tournament ball and that kind of stuff. Played tournament ball, played AAU. So if you know me, you know dogs and kids. That's my bag. Like I got a kid, just helping kids and being around like youth sports. That stuff kind of feeds my soul. So it was a lot of fun being out there. And then because of what I do, running into y'all know me. I call them, what's up, Willie? Y'all know me. I call everyone my kids. Like all the kids I'm close with, that I interview, that I'm tight with. Like I call them like either my little brothers or like my kids. Like I look at them as like nephews or little brothers. So getting to see all my kids, like getting to see them when they recognize it's me, like yo, like running into like Camden Portis and all them. It was a blast, man. It was cool. And because I've been interviewing so many of these kids for, some of these kids are juniors now. I started covering them when they were freshmen, so
yeah, you did.
It's a cool kind of bond when you get to see them in person and you get to just chop it up and put a name to a face sometimes. And then even it's fun because they kind of recognize you, but they don't. Like Camden was staring at me like all day one day. And I was like,
trying to figure out who you were. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I asked him for an interview, I was like, hey, bro, come here. Let me interview you. He was like, hey, you Chalupa? I was like, yeah, bro. He was like, you my dog. So I was like, all right. But he said, he was like, it's hard because he was like, we was trying to figure out, is that you? He was like, because your profile picture is animated. He was like, so it kind of, he was like, hey, but it looked like you though. I was like, yeah, it's my art is cold. But man, it was a blast. Like I said, that first weekend was a lot of fun. Getting to see, getting to see Darion Coleman up close and personal. Getting to see how he prepares, how he handles adversity, all that kind of stuff was cool. Getting to see a lot of these kids up close and personal, seeing what they can do. I'm sure some people in the chat or some of y'all will ask like who the best I saw out there, and I'll answer all those questions too. But just as a recap of the whole situation, it was fun, man. Big shout out to Coach Chop, shout out to Coach Aaron for believing in me and having me out there. I mean, it was fun. Nobody was like too big for their bridges. Nobody was like, man, why is he here? No one was, when I was pulling somebody aside for an interview, no one was tripping. So it was just a lot of fun. Obviously, I joined DEF CON a little late, so we only got one more tournament this year, which is OT7 Nationals in June. It'll be in Miami, so I'll be down there in Miami with the squad. But next year, it's up 100%. I'll be with them, hopefully, at every tournament.
What weekend is that, CB? You know?
No, but I can find out for you real quick.
I might have to slide real quick.
Yeah, I got you. Man. It is. Oh, they don't have it on here yet. They don't have it on here yet. But I will make sure I keep everyone updated as best as I can. Not as best as I can. I'll keep people updated and let them know. Yeah, you also get a different feel when you get to see them in their habitat. Like, and I'm never gonna talk down on no kid here, but we've talked in the chat and stuff about some kids who like, I'm like, hey, he got some red flags, or like, hey, yo, he's a competitor for real. Like, some of these kids got that dog. Like Camden got that dog, bro. He's competitive as
I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna see him a couple times this year, man. He out here.
He around you.
Around you, right? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check him out this year.
Yeah, he got that dog in him, bro. He different.
He's at a private school, man. You know, he got that good.
Yeah. His dad was all right. His dad did all right.
Yeah, he competitive, but what he different than his dad.
Oh no, he had Myers Park, which is yeah. I mean, yeah, that's he had Myers Park. Same high school as Drake May.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But no, he don't. He's a lot happier of a dog. Like, if that makes sense. Like, some people gotta lock in and be angry when they play. Camden is not like that. His edge is not like that. It's not like he a killer, but he gonna kill you with a smile on his face and laugh while he doing it. Like, that's hilarious. Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the hustle. And anytime anyone listen, comparing me to Zuby, to me is always a I know that's our running joke on here, but you got, like, for me in my position, Zuby's somebody I look up to because of what he does and how he carries himself and whatnot. So yeah,
listen,
evil Zuby, I'll always take.
A Zuby is not not that nice.
I know. That's what pisses me off. I'm like, y'all don't know this nigga.
It might be the other way around. So
I've been saying that. Y'all don't know this nigga. I'm just Wilder. He just quiet. But nah, Zuby the homie and Zuby really the blueprint on how to do what I'm trying to do. So I look up to him. Yeah, I was sad he wasn't at OT7 because he too busy with what's going on with Miami. But that's why I was asking him, like, because you wanna get a chance to hang out with people like that and bump shoulders with people like that. And so it was fun, man. I got to experience some things I never experienced before. Cam Newton big as hell. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, for real. But yeah, anybody in the chat, if y'all got OT7 questions or DEF CON questions, I will answer them. But yeah, it was fun, man. Shout out to DEF CON. Shout out to Coach Aaron. Shout out to Coach Chop. Shout out to all my guys: Robert Ortega Jr., Coy, Darion, Naja, D2, J4. shout out to all my guys out there at DEF CON, man.
All right, that's what it is, man. That's what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look, man, we got a spring. We got a spring game this week, man. You know what I mean?
6 days away.
Yeah, right. We got a spring game.
This OT7 just been it took all my focus away.
And we got to commit.
So I forgot. We got
2 commits
in 2.
Yeah.
3 we got
3 in a week.
Nah, I'm talking about since the last, I told
about
the last commit on the last show.
No, because that commit dropped. No, Sparks dropped after our show, but it was on before for the culture. Yeah. So 2 since our last show. Yeah.
Yeah.
JJ Sparks and Jontavius Wyman.
Yes.
Yeah, Will, you lying when you say ain't nothing evil about me. Y'all gotta know me for real. Y'all gotta know me for real.
You don't be in the chats for real. Our chats be different. Our offline chat, what we say on here, is totally different. Yeah, man. CB, break it down, man. Jontavius Wyman. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling about the flip from Georgia?
Big fan of that kid, man. He's a bit of an athlete at his school. So if you pop on his I'm sorry, I got the chat. So my face is reacting to the chat.
Yeah, you good.
I can't speak on that. He's my quarterback twice. Like, I can't speak on that. I will speak on him if y'all want me to, though, and give you some insight there. That and he liked that. But Jontavius, 5'11", 170, plays offense, plays defense in high school. If you turn on his huddle, you're gonna see a lot of offense too. Just a baller, playmaker on both sides of the ball. If you look at him at receiver, you would ask yourself, like, damn, why ain't he in a 4-star receiver? Like, he would be like that.
He trying to play receiver.
He liked that at receiver. I ain't even going. He liked that. But because he's a receiver, the ball skills and the instincts in the secondary are just absolutely elite. His ability to break on balls is crazy. Out of his breaks, because DBs can be smooth out of their breaks, but when you learn how to get separation out of your break as a receiver, and then you apply that to breaking on a football on the defensive side, bro, it's different. And he can close space, something crazy. The catch radius is crazy. The body control. So when the ball's in the air, when he's on defense, he's probably coming down with it. That would be nice.
That would be dope.
It would be nice if someone would slide something my way. Shout out to Battle. But yeah, he's another one of those DBs that, as good as you think he is, once he hones in on just being a DB in college, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit, because he's not 100% locked in on DB right now, because he is an athlete. He does start at receiver as well. So you look at a kid like that and you say, man, when he just locks in on DB, it's going to get spooky.
Love it, man. Love it. And that's a major flip too, man, from UGA. Yeah, we still got, we got time. We take, these early commitments like, wake me up in December. But it's still the optics of that, right? You know what I mean? That's major, and it's not like he wasn't a priority for UGA too.
He's a number 17th ranked cornerback. Like, he from Jonesboro. He from there. Like, it's a big flip.
Yep, absolutely. JJ Sparks.
That's my dog. Hey, shout out to my guy. I don't know if y'all know this, but the Boyle School, I got a lot of young men that go there. Shout out to my guy Asher Ghetto. Shout out to Naeem Burrows. So I got a lot of players that I'm really cool with that are at that school. So I've seen JJ before the Kane interest too. JJ mean, dog. He mean, physical, mean, but he agile too, gets to the second level. He nasty at the second level, quick, can play all five. He's the kind of offensive lineman that, like, when you watch him and then talk to him, you like, hey, he a mirror ball guy. That he's a mirror ball guy. I think he's gonna fit in perfect in this scheme. I think he's gonna fit in perfect with this culture. Great kid, plays for a great school, and a monster in the trenches. Dog. Like JJ is the truth. That was a great pickup. They keep asking about Elite 11. Shout out to Darion Coleman for getting the invite to the Elite 11 finals. Okay, so now you're just being diabolical with this because these are two of my kids you're asking me about.
Yeah, he went cold with it.
On because the Elite 11 is more so about strictly arm talent. They make you they put you through the rigors. You throw a lot in that day. Darion can spin it for hours.
Yeah, arm talent.
He can
it's
spin
different
it for
than playing
hours.
quarterback and arm talent. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and Dia, y'all know, I got a special kind. Another kid I've been covering since he was a freshman. So that's little bro. I got a special kind of love for Dia and that American Heritage team. But if we're talking about pure arm talent, there isn't a quarterback in this class with better arm talent than Darion. Okay. I've seen it. I saw Ryder Lyons up close in person. I've seen them all, and I have actually seen them in person now. Can't nobody spin it like he can spin it.
Nah, not at all. Shout out to me watching the OT7s because that was crazy. I hadn't watched it before, and that was bonkers. So I just enjoyed it, just that side of it. But yeah, the way that ball flies out of Darion's hands is wild.
It's special.
Yeah, so just looked, if you believe in the rankings, you know what I'm saying, or you don't, whatever. Miami got the number 9 class right now with 9 commits. The only other school, Oregon got 8. So 3 schools out of the top 10 have less than 10 commits. So a lot of these are just, USC got the number 1 class right now. They got 20 commits, but we know what that happened last year.
They do that shit every year.
Yeah, they stack it up early, and then it all gets flipped out of their minds at the end. So I ain't worried about it.
I was actually at OT7 sitting with Derek Cooper and Jordan Campbell when Javion committed. Like, I was editing a video because I had just interviewed somebody. I forgot who. I'm sitting down editing this video, and Coop was the one. He was like, CB, you see? I'm like, see what? He was like, Javion. I was like, so they told me. I was like, oh, I gotta make an edit real quick. I didn't even know. It was Coop that actually told me. As a matter of fact, I had just interviewed Darion. We had to go back and talk about the commitment and all that stuff.
Rasta, you said his teammate. Are we talking about a safety, another DB?
Who when we're talking about
Wyman's teammate? He said Jontavius' teammate about to be a Cane too. He talking about his teammate, the DB.
I don't know.
Cortez.
Oh, Cortez Redding. Yeah, I forgot they play on the same squad. Yeah, Cortez nice. Cortez nice. Cortez nice. Shout out to Larry. That's my guy. Larry Miles is unblockable, is uncoverable. Either Larry Miles or Julio Santiago is the best slot receivers in the country, and you could argue with a fucking wall. They're the best 2 slot receivers in the country.
So we dead in
don't ask that question. Okay, you're just gonna ask that question then. All right.
Damn. Well, J-Rock's not a primary slot guy though.
No,
I watch Chaminade. No. I watch Chaminade. This nigga don't play in the slot.
Oh, okay. But
yeah, but these dudes play in the slot now. Like, that's what they do now.
Period.
J-Rock everywhere. That nigga play on the outside more than he play in the slot there.
He's dunking on people right now.
Yeah, he the coldest. He the coldest. He the coldest. But if we talking about guys that, like, on our DEFCON teams, nigga Larry lines up in the slot. On SFE, Julio lines in the slot. In his high school, he's a slot receiver.
Yeah.
Them boys cold.
Larry
got crazy hands, bro. He's literally unguardable. Out of his break, it's separation city. He cold for real.
Yeah.
Of course, we need Blake Stewart.
The reason you didn't hear a lot about Larry is because because of Vernell Brown.
Yeah, on the other side.
Brown on the other side. Yeah.
But
even with that, Larry had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he was still known. Like Larry Mount, I heard.
Well, he was just a class. he was just a class behind. That's all. Just like I'm saying, that's all it was. He's just the next class. So 25 got the light because, and it was, you know what I'm saying?
He said Cortez.
Yeah.
What about Hezzy Kent, man? Hezzy Kent coming or what?
Who you asking, fam?
I don't know.
I'm asking everybody. Is Hezzy Kent coming on?
You talking about Superman?
Joe forget he on the internet and shit. Like Joe, what y'all think about
asking a question, though? Hezzy Kent coming or what?
I take him in this class.
I don't know that kid. He cold, but I don't know. So I can't speak on people. I can't tell you. Have I watched Blake Stewart? Yeah, that's the homie. 4-star safety. Yeah, that's the homie. I love Blake Stewart. That's the homie. He plays for we played against him. He plays for City Reaper. Shout out to City Reaper. As a matter of fact, he plays with Jontavius Wyman in 7-on-7. Yeah, Blake Cole. Blake Cole. I mess with Blake. Yeah. If you wonder if I've watched the kid, search their name on Twitter and you'll probably find my eval.
Yes, definitely. With a breakdown.
That's the best way to see. Like, if you want my opinion on a player, search their name on Twitter and you'll probably see an eval for them.
Yeah, 100%. All right, man. We got nine kids in the class. You know what I'm saying? More to come. We don't know who's coming. You know what I'm saying? And if we do, we're just gonna have to wait because we don't ever ruin a kid's moment. That's not what we do here.
Ever.
So
there's only one kid's moment I would ruin, and I've told him this personally. I told him
you can't say it on.
No, but I told him, I was like, hey, if I gotta find out from somebody else, it's gonna be Heat. And he was laughing. I say, I can't mess with me if you want. I'm finna leak this shit.
I dropped that graphic early, dog. The graphic's already done. He don't even know. It's scheduled to confirm. That's all. It's in the drafts.
I told him, I said, you lucky it's between two schools. I'll leak it and get famous. I'll leak this stuff. Yeah.
Right now.
But yeah.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? Recruiting crazy.
That's gonna be harder than we think, dog.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, it's gonna because we're gonna Mario, Coach Cristobal was talking about it. Was it Thursday after the practice? He said, y'all being real conservative. I think it's only 5 to 7 on the offensive line. So it might be more because next year we might have to replace all 5 if they all go to the league. So you're going to need bodies on top of bodies. So we'll see what happens for next year. Some might walk in and be straight up starters on day one. You know what I'm saying? I will say this. The offensive line that they've brought in just year over year is stupid. Like, it's stupid. Like, I get that, like, oh, this guy went up. Well, fam, just like the sheer size and the amount of, like, seeing, it was bananas. It's crazy. Seeing Jaden Wilkerson in person made me feel that shit was different, dog. That shit was like, yo, I'm looking up to him. Like, yo, what the It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
That's my kiddo. I mess with Jaden tough. That's my guy. Good kid, too. Happy kid. He be smart.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. All right, man. What y'all want to talk about? Let's chop it up. What y'all want to address?
Man, what you think, dog? The scrimmage, man.
Oh, we just putting it out there.
Like, you know what I mean? What it look like in there? So what was going on? Who was flying around?
Let me set the table. Yeah. First and foremost, always appreciative of the opportunities. You know what I'm saying, to be out there. You know what I'm saying, get a lanyard around my neck. Shout out to my guy John from Cafecito and Canes. Got to go out and see the scrimmage yesterday, man. First rate experience, man. Just I'll tell you like this: the energy in the building, the amount of people, and you could tell they're all. This ain't even like, I don't know, BS. You could tell they're all headed in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? They all have a plan. They're honest about what they have and what they don't have. But fam, seeing Lightfoot from last year to this year, right? Just off top, seeing like, shout out to his moms. Mom said what's up. Say, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to tell y'all hi. Mama, also said some other things. I'll keep that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her.
Mama Lightfoot.
Shout out to
Mama Lightfoot was in my live streams. There was 6 people in there. She always supported, so I'm gonna have love for her forever. Shout out to Mama Lightfoot, man.
Yeah, man. But it was crazy. Listen, this obviously I'm not gonna Charles Brantley, dog, cold with it, cold-blooded, Cold. Kellen Wiley does not look like a young man that just walked onto campus. Does not, you know what I'm saying? Defensive line is stupid. The waves that are possible right there. Right? The waves that are possible with this defensive line is insane because you deal with the bull rushes and the hand fighting of an Akeem Mesidor and Ruben Bain, and then you got, you know what I'm saying, a Booker Pickett, Elias Rudolph, a Marquise Lightfoot who, you know what I'm saying, is put on the weight that's needed, still progressing and dedicated to doing that. And you could see the work, right? You could see the work that he's put in the offseason. Because could have easily been like, yo, man, another place will take me at this weight. Like, nah, man, y'all, Coach JT says I got to put on weight, I'm going to put on weight. Because that happens, right? Like, I'm not doing all that. The body is different. Hayden Lowe, body is different. Popo is running around out there. Wes is running around making plays. Malachi Tony is just, I'll say this, pushing Ray, dog. Like, he's right there with Ray. And not in the negative, like, Ray, I thought Ray would be a clear difference, right, between one to the other. We're like, oh, this, but I like that they're an asset to each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, instead of having just one, because if he goes down, then you're trying to figure out what the fuck to do. To have two of them in that spot makes me feel a lot more comfortable. And it's, fam, Elijah Lofton is a football player's football player. Like, it is, there's no other way to say it. Again, not going to tell you too much because, fam, there's nothing that young man can't do on the offenses, like nothing. Bro, Luka Gilbert, tower of a human being. Okay. Brock Shot looked like a cart, like what they would cast a you know what I'm saying, like Varsity Blues actor, you know what I'm saying, like the guy just out there, huge, solid. Artavius Jones, the biggest 42 I've ever seen in my life, dog.
Hey, shout out to the lineage. That's my number in high school, dog. Like shout out to the lineage.
Huh? What did you say? He's shaped like
a Tonka truck, dog.
A cinder block. You said a cinder
block. Yeah, cinder block. He's the cinder block, yo. That dude, he's out there playing, not even wearing pads, yo. That's just him.
Shout out to the lineage.
Man, like, he puts the helmet on, ain't no space between his neck and the shoulder pads. Like, he's locked in, yo. Now, look, the intensity that Damian Lewis brings,
Juggernaut.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? The intensity that Damian Lewis brings is evident. Everybody on that defense, all the defensive side looks ready. And look, it's hard to judge it because QB1 isn't there. Right, so I can't be like, yo, this is so I couldn't judge that side of the ball or look at it and give y'all some real honest takes in that sense, because like I'm looking at it as guys are like gonna be QB2 or 3, right? However you spin it. But yeah, man, Brantley's a problem. Xavier Lucas does not look like a sophomore. That NFL defensive back, like already, he just. When you see him,
you see the name.
When you see him, it's crazy. So, again, awesome experience, man. You have to be locked in. Can't be. They don't play around. If they see you on your phone, they're gonna kick you the fuck out. So you locked in. Like, phone was, you know what I'm saying, locked in. So I was locked into the moment, man. Great experience. The intent got to, man. It was just.
Talk about that. What you see.
How do I say? They're again like on this.
You stuttering? What's going on?
I'm trying to be
backpedaling, boy. Hey, got the backpedaling.
I'm saying I'm moving up. I'm moving up the block. Look. Defense.
So what's colder? Is it the back pedal or the T-step, Ben? Because you just hit both the bitches.
my hips ain't right. Look, man.
Hey, we want to keep the pass flowing. Next question.
Next question. Yeah. What the lane you're going? Look.
Lane you're getting
what surprised me the most? I'll answer that, Spo. What surprised me the most? the size of every human being in that room, like at every level. Like it's
every position.
We saw it. See, Joe, you and I went to our first spring game 3 years ago, roughly, right? We remember what that O-line looked like. That you remember. We don't have to say names.
I don't remember nothing, son.
Yeah, you do. Son. Don't do that lie. Don't do that lie. You see how he does that shit?
How you gonna put? Hold up.
Joe
you were asked a question previously that you didn't answer.
I know. So I skipped right by. Yeah, I did that.
He deflected.
Right by.
He deflected.
Look, the defensive
he was
side
like,
of the ball.
I don't know, Joe. You remember when you was there? Them niggas was trash.
remember that time we had them 6'2" right tackles? Remember that? No, you don't remember? How about no, look, the team speed, the defensive line, the defensive side of the ball looks fast. Need more speed on the offensive side. You need more speed. They know that in the building. There's nobody. You need more speed. There's no.
Nobody that scares you. Nobody that scares you.
Nobody that scares you, and nobody that scares you consistently. I think that's the biggest thing. Like you could have speed in moments, but there's nobody that like, and you don't have waves of that speed yet, right? Like it's not like they can't go to like choice 3 and be like, yo, this guy's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Do that to you too when you thought it was just one. Like that's where it differs.
That was a question that was asked in our chat, right? Who was the last receiver with that type of speed? I said Jeff Thomas.
Philip Dorsett.
That's way before. Philip Dorsett was way before.
Philip Dorsett was after Jeff Thomas or before? Before.
Okay. Philip Dorsett was before. Stephen Morris was throwing to Philip Dorsett 90 yards downfield.
Yeah, Jeff Thomas. Then. Yeah, Jeff Thomas.
What we say, Mike Harley?
No.
Threatening the field. I mean, he caught a lot of bombs.
He's a vertical. Yeah, he could stretch the field. He could take the top off, but not like Jeff.
Nah, but that's what we're saying. We're just saying who was the last receiver who could take the top off. Let's put it like that. Are we saying Mike Harley was after?
Mike Harley was after. Same time, but Jeff left.
Wiggins, but he couldn't catch. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was the dude from the replacements who didn't get open.
You know what
Rambo? Nah, it wasn't Rambo.
No, Rambo was not. Rambo was not a deep threat. No, Rambo.
What?
Rambo
was a deep threat, but I wouldn't put him in the same category as Jeff, though. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't say taking. He caught deep balls. Yes.
Yeah, contested catches. Yes, but not. He wasn't hitting
nobody. No.
Nah, he wasn't. No, I mean, they've tried to get that right, like in different either through the portal or whatever. But it hasn't.
Do that.
A couple years, Tyler Harrell. Remember?
I wish we had Jeff Thomas.
Yeah.
Today, Lord have mercy.
That was 9 years ago.
What you run butt naked at a pro day don't always translate on a football field. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, because you got the other way around, right? You got Jerry Rice who ran a 4.7 and was cooking everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
We've all played with players like that where they run a 4.7, but can't nobody catch them. And then I play with dudes that are track stars and get hawked on the football field. It's different.
Mm-hmm. But
Brashard wasn't a take the top off kind of guy for us. We that was our fault, but
yeah.
CJ, same one.
He wanted to take the top off guy though.
Yeah.
No. So that tells you it's been
we don't know, Juan. We don't know if it's Nike or not yet.
No, we haven't seen it.
Hopefully we get to find out.
Yeah.
Should have gotten Tank Hawkins from IMG. Fast for real.
Barely caught deep balls. If anything, he mostly caught post. Right, Jacoby. But he had the ability to take the top off. Like he had the speed to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. But Elgin Bridges brings up a question. I don't give a as long as we have a productive offense, we good. We didn't have a speedy receiver this past season.
Sure did.
No, we just answering a question.
Elgin.
Yeah.
Yeah, why you on? What you on? What just answer a question?
Elgin, also put that third exclamation point so we knew you were trying to say shit. You know what I'm saying?
Why'd you put space? Why'd you put space in between that?
I'm trying to figure that out, Elgin. Yeah. Hey man, what's going on here? Washington working out Restrepo. Yo, that would be cold. That'd be cold. Cool. Yeah, that would be dope.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be cold too.
Yeah, literally. With, turtleneck. You know what I'm saying? Long johns on.
I kind of want to see. Actually, that would be good because Daniels could use a third down guy. I want to see X go to a veteran quarterback though.
Yeah,
that's just my preference. Like you put him in Green Bay with Jordan Love, where he could be the underneath guy for Jordan Love, or you give him to Bryce. I feel like a veteran or a young quarterback that needs a third down guy. Like Bryce Young needs a Xavier Restrepo. He needs somebody on third down that he knows you finna get space.
Yeah,
he needs.
I'm not a fan.
So does Mahomes.
I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan, but I think he would thrive in Tampa as well.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I think he'd do great in Buffalo too. Remember how Cole Beasley was with Josh Allen? I feel like he fit there too. Low key, I feel like he would do well in Dallas too. You remember how good Dak was with the Cole Beasley?
Relax.
All right.
We talking about offensive fits here. We talking about offensive fits.
All right,
about offensive fits. Cole Beasley went stupid in Dallas, bro. Cole Beasley went crazy in Dallas.
Miami should
that you can make the argument Dak was at his best when he had that underneath guy in Cole Beasley.
No,
if Miami takes Restrepo, it's too many balls.
Let me answer this. Juan, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there's not the waves of those players, right? Like the traits that the wide receivers have. We don't have 3, 4, 5 guys at one position that are running, you know what I'm saying, like 4.2s and below.
Just because you don't have 4.2 don't mean the other dudes are slow.
You're not. Yeah, exactly. Like they're all faster than everybody you know, and everybody they know. You know what I'm saying? Like slow is they're gonna make the plays. They're gonna make the plays that they need to make because that's not what I'm saying. But that 4.2 speed that you want from like an Xavier Worthy or shit like that, like that might not be on there. I don't know their 40s. I can't speak to that. But there isn't the waves of that type of player. But these guys can make the plays that are, you're gonna like what you see. That you know what I'm saying? You're gonna like what you see. Again, it's not QB1 throwing them the ball though. So how do you know what I'm saying? Like how do you grade that chemistry and that off? Like it's gonna be different from what I saw, from what y'all saw, what you guys will see next Saturday, to what we're gonna see against Notre Dame. It's gonna be totally different. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what the portal was gonna bring. So it's just
shout out to my guy Judd, by the way. Big shout out to Judd. My DMs blew up last week. Not blow up, but I got like 3 or 4 DMs last week. That was like, man, your boy.
I can't wait to see him next week, man. I want to see.
I got. As some people hit me up and was telling me like he's looking really good, so I hit him up. We talked a little bit, just well wishes, you know, giving him encouragement and all that stuff. But big shout out to Judd, bro, because every time I try to big you up, this fan base has something to say. So I'm very proud of him. Very proud of him.
He stayed locked in. He's kept his head down and worked, man. You can see the difference from last year, 100%.
He knows how to overcome adversity, bro. The stuff he went through his senior season is crazy for someone that is signed to a Power 5 school, bro. Yeah, people don't.
Yeah, I know. They all. Yeah, man, they're good. Like
they seem like they get along so much, like on social media.
I'll say this.
They seem they get along.
I'll say this, man. Like they have a cohesive intensity. Is one thing, like that's the best way I could describe it. Again, I'm saying I'm not gonna break down the X's and O's. That's what my guys over here do. I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, there's an intensity there that they're like, the communication, the yelling, all of it is enjoyable to hear, for sure. You hear that shit clearly. You hear all the motherfuckers calling everything out. You hear the players talking. Yeah, it was dope to see, man. It was dope to see. So yeah, man. Yep. Shout out again.
Hopefully they're just allowed to run around, man, and make plays. Yeah. See ball, get ball. That's all. That's all. See ball, get ball.
I'm saying you'll see a little bit on a much lighter scale, obviously, for spring next week. Not exactly sure if it's going to be televised or not. I don't think that's been clarified.
Really?
I think I saw that in this.
Right, if y'all let me know, because I was reading some shit that like they might not show everything. I don't know, something from the Coach Cristobal press conference.
God, dog.
Which would be crazy.
Either do it or don't, bro.
For us, it would suck because we're not going to be there. But my guy Joey will be. You know what I'm saying?
It's just y'all. Just kill him if you're not. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't understand this half in, half out with spring games. Like the way Colorado did theirs last year, where it was like it's a scrimmage for the first period, then it's 7-on-7, then it's like individual drills. Like if you're not finna do a scrimmage, just don't do it.
Yep.
No.
Yeah. Like a grown man, dog. Like he has CB. We saw him last year.
That's my dog.
We saw him last year at the Heritage game after they won their game with Chaminade. That dude he's gotten taller. He's hit the weight room solid. Like very impressive. Yeah. Fam, he's 17. Right?
He's
young.
Like, we be taking that 17. For granted, bro. Everybody don't grow the same. We be taking that for granted. Like, oh, he only but some people growth spurts come late.
Yeah.
Man. Some cats don't stop growing until they turn 20, man. 19, Facts. 20. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is look at a dude's face, man. If he got a full beard, he's done. Like leave him.
You know the Hooper Miles Turner? Miles Turner didn't become like 6'11" until like his freshman year in like college. Like he kept growing when he was in college.
Anthony Davis was a point guard till like his senior year in high school.
Facts. Lane Johnson was a quarterback, bro. He just kept growing. Yeah. He got to OU and kept growing. They was like, hey fam, we gotta figure something out. You look like Jared Lorenzen out here, bro. We gotta do something. He just kept growing.
Yeah.
You never know.
Nah, man, it was dope, man. It was dope. Yeah. We'll see what they do in the portal. Because that's business now. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
When does it open?
Sunday, soon, I believe. Sunday.
Oh, next Sunday. Okay.
Next Sunday, yeah. Right after all the, I think all the spring games are done this Saturday. I think so. Yeah, I think it opens on the 15th.
Because last time they were staggered. It was like
well, they're all over the place, but the portal. Hold on, let me look that up.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be quick. I feel like
it's only 7 days.
With the ability to talk to people prior, I feel like every deal is already negotiated, son. So as soon as somebody jump in, they jumping out.
Yeah. And you can't wait. You need to get on campus. You need to
April 16th. April 25th.
April 16th to 25th. So when is the 16th? Is like on a Wednesday? Some shit? Yeah, because the spring game is the 12th. So the 16th got to be that Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday, yeah. Yeah, it's that Wednesday. Again,
everybody. The NCAA loves Wednesdays, man. I don't know what that is.
I don't know why that is. Look, that just means that's when they could transfer to the other school. They could put their name in the transfer portal at any time. That's just they have those days from like the 16th through the 25th to declare for the transfer portal, and then they'll come in like
and all that.
Yeah, take visits and all that, and do. I don't know. I think they could take visits after that. Like they could do summer visits.
Because they don't have. They just have to put their
submit their paperwork
during that week, and they can commit whenever they want to.
And it's a fucking weird. I apologize, but it's a weird. It's from the 16th through the 25th. Like it's so from
Wednesday
like that Wednesday. Is
so
it
they
Wednesday
may have
Wednesday to Friday.
They may have pay periods like my job. So my job, our pay period is like Tuesday to Tuesday. So Wednesday starts like the new pay periods for us. The NCAA may have a structure like that.
Oh yeah, 16th Wednesday to Friday.
Wednesday to Friday.
Yeah.
To submit their paperwork. They got to have their paperwork submitted by the 25th at like midnight. Then they could take all their visits and all that shit. But yeah, man. Hey, yo, shout out to some cool people, man. I can't remember the names. I apologize. Also, I saw their government name, and I don't think that's the name they go by on social, so I'm not giving out their government name, man. But shout out to a dude I was standing next to, Cafecito and Kane. He's been at every practice. I think he does some work with Category 6. So shout out to them, man. Dope dude. Got some real insight with him. So I'll make sure, again, check everybody out that does this Kane shit, man. Ain't no rivalries, ain't no bitterness, ain't none of that shit from us, man. So yeah, shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Much love and support to all y'all, man. Let's see what we got here. Sigmund says, if we go to the portal, what positions do we go after and how many? I think it's everything we've been hearing all offseason, man. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be linebacker, wide receiver, possibly couple of other positions, but nothing. There's nothing that you haven't heard from Don on Locked On Canes, or through the smoke with Gabby and David. Shout out to Gabby, by the way. Funny ass story that I'll tell y'all about after. That's not something I'm telling on the show. Funny ass story. Shout out to Azubi. Shout out to Stephen Wagner. Got to meet Gary Furman in person. I'm saying, shout out to Coach Field. Doing his thing. Shout out to my guy. Let's see what we got here. Benny, tell us what you saw from Lightfoot. Exactly what you liked and what Bobby Pruitt. No, Juan, you're not gonna get to know exactly what I saw because that's not. I told you he put on weight, fam, and he's fast as shit. That's all you get. What do you want me to break down his technique? No, brother, I can't do that for you. That's not that. I want to. I'm good on that.
He cold. That's the fucking scouting report.
Why is I am curious about why is Lightfoot such a big question mark?
Like because they don't see pictures of him. No. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because you see pictures of Ruben Bain, you see pictures of Hayden Lowe, you see pictures of Malachi Tony. It's pretty rare that you see pictures of Lightfoot. Yeah, that's why. Lightfoot put on size, man. Lightfoot did not fuck around in the weight room. Did not, slack on any meals. He's been putting on weight, and he's gonna. I could see him being a contributor this year. Again, that defensive line that room is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That room is crazy. There's some young ones coming. Like the competition is heavy, but I was impressed with him, man. I liked what I saw. And that's
Chi-Town. That's who I want to see, man. I want to see Poison. I want to see him live. I want to see what it's about.
Shout out to Gmo.
I want to see what it's about, man, because I've been hearing a lot, and I want to see it.
Yeah, Gmo, man. I see what you're saying, and I'll let the comments read that, but I don't want to put it up because then people will clip that and they're like, "Oh, this is what y'all talking about." You know what I'm saying? So I'm not rocking with that narrative. I'm not rocking with that narrative. I haven't understood that narrative. I think people make their decisions from a freshman or senior tape, and that's who they'll ever be. They don't give them chances to evolve and grow and develop. And he's shown you that he's willing to evolve, grow, and develop. Out of the social media's eye. And hasn't, let the young man work. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let the young man work. Fresh, you want Craig? I don't know who's. Nah, man. No, he's not.
Nah.
Damn, no. Also,
how do we know how much he weighs currently? I'm curious.
Yeah, you got the weight measure.
How do we know that?
Yeah, they must know each other. Like, nah, fam, no. Like, it's not. Somebody told you that. That's you're not getting the weight. We don't even get the numbers, dog. Like, I can't look at my phone trying to look up the numbers of the. People change numbers up. I'm saying, so yeah, man. I was like, who's this?
Also,
okay then.
He can play. Wait, he can play. Lightfoot can play. We know that.
Yeah.
Arms go down to his ankles.
Yes.
Like, he gonna be fine. He was a true freshman last year. Sometimes we gotta walk back wanting true freshmen to look like goddamn first team All-American juniors.
Yeah.
The kid was a true freshman last year.
Some will, some won't. Hayden Lowe is an exceed. He's a person who does look like a senior. You know what I mean? Some kids do, some kids won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People's
and how you look physically don't mean shit.
You ready? Yeah, because that
motherfucker look like Tarzan, play like Jane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a freshman, a 17-year-old get lined up against a 25-year-old. It might be something crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's different. But you want that though. The way the defensive end room is, you want it to be leveled. You want it to be like, okay, well, when Bain and them leave, these niggas up. When they leave, these niggas. You want it like that. That's how you want it. So stop trying to rush people. He gonna get his
here's first of all, great towel there, Joe. I've never seen that towel before in my life.
I've also never seen a man use the towel that big for that small of an area.
It's just my eye. It's just the corner. No, you've disappeared, Joe.
Green screen is elite. Look at that elite green screen. Boy, that green screen is elite.
He keeps trying to do it.
Green screen sent
keep
that boy
doing
to
it.
the negative
It's
zone.
still not working, no.
It is.
They gave you the
Nope.
Thanos snap.
Nope. All right.
Green screen. Hey, that's an elite green screen, bro. That green screen said, "I ain't showing shit but Joe."
Oh, we've been saying you needed a running back all spring. Like you need another running back. Just a body. Not saying it has to be a number one. Just you need a guy in there because you have two. You have what I'm saying Fletch and Lyle, and then you got Whitney Humphrey and Pringle. But I'm saying you're gonna depend on a redshirt freshman and a freshman. You're gonna need another experienced body in there. I think so. It doesn't have
and
to be
particularly for me, I don't want to see
Lofton,
Lofton
somebody like that,
having to take running back snaps. I just don't want to see it.
No, I don't either.
Not all the time, no.
I don't want to see it at all.
All right. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Thank you for that question. I acknowledge it. And what did Juan? No, look, the linebacker room is the linebacker room, man. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like I think we told y'all before we even were in allowed access to the building. Probably gonna need another guy in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
in the linebacker room.
In the linebacker room, I think you're gonna need another guy in there. Yeah, I think you're gonna need another guy in there. Not to say that it's just. Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck because the defensive line is such a problem. Like when you look back, like you just see the little differences. Like I want every level of that to be elite. And I'm not saying that it's not, and that some guys can't pop. Maybe they needed a spring to get, the bearings and all that shit. I'm with that. I understand that. But yeah, I just need every level. Maybe like some upper, like 1 year guys. You know what I mean? Like I think the younger guys are ridiculous. Maybe just a couple 1 year guys in there. Yeah, I think we get a linebacker, man. And also, like, I think that Coach Heatherman, being the linebackers coach, is gonna kind of want somebody that he brings in, that he likes from out the portal that is able to jump in. But also, I don't know if like elite linebackers or top started are gonna be jumping in the portal. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know that business side of it because I don't think you just need a body. You don't just get a guy. That's what you don't. You got. No, you can always do hot take. This whole show is a hot take.
Heatherman basically plays two, right?
Yes.
In his base.
Yes.
If we don't got two linebackers on this roster, I'm hot.
When was the last time we had?
If we don't got two starting linebackers on this roster, I'm hot. There's some experience in that room, dog. I'm hot.
Who's the experience? Wes.
3.
And you're not gonna put Chase in experience.
Wes,
that's just
Popo,
years.
and Chase.
Okay, yeah, there's 3.
Chase played a lot he played last year. Yeah.
Well, look who decided to show up. Look at this.
On time.
Yeah, on time.
See this? I'm hot.
103.
If we need a guy at linebacker, like if we need a guy, I'm hot.
See, can I ask you something? Because this is never mind. If we don't have that guy,
no, and it's not even because of my kid. It's because of I'm hot.
Kids.
I'm sorry, but I'm hot.
No, I'm with you.
32 and 31 should have that shit sewn up.
That's also not 32 anymore.
Should.
It's 10 now.
But you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Should.
That I did not know he changed his number.
So I'm hot.
Should.
I'm hot. I'm sorry.
But here's the question, though. If the young this is the question me and Joe have all the time, the chicken or the egg type shit, right? If the young guys are better, you know what I'm saying? If the young guys are better, do you just play like?
But you don't know if they're better. That's the problem.
But you don't know.
But you're not saying that.
But you're only
saying we
evaluating
need a guy. You're saying we need a guy. So if you're saying we need a guy, that means you're admitting the young guys are not ready.
Oh, I don't think that.
No.
We're playing Notre Dame week 1. We're playing Notre Dame.
That's not what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I'm saying because you don't have.
I don't know who ready.
either can play or he can't. Whether it's Notre Dame, Louisville, whatever.
How do you know? Tell me how you know.
How do you not know that? If a nigga been in the building 2 years. What do you mean? You should know.
You said the young guys.
Young guys. I'm talking about the young guys.
Right? We talking about freshmen.
Okay, so behind 31-32, there is a guy that hits his second year in the building. There's two guys. This will be their second season in the building.
Who?
We got two linebackers last year.
Darius Hayes.
How do you know both of them? Who play middle? Who playing outside?
We got two linebacker spots on the base defense, right? We got two vets in the room, and we got two young guys. If you're telling me we need a dude to be the guy in that room, I'm hot.
But having the bodies,
that means either somebody hasn't been developed,
or
maybe just didn't pan out the way we thought, because it happens both ways, right? Sometimes they don't develop right, or they just don't pan out the way we thought.
Yeah.
The linebacker coach is gone, so this is a brand new linebacker coach. He may not see what the last linebacker coach saw. He may get in there and be like, "Yo, these
they're not getting my defense. They not fitting my shit. They're not fitting my system. That's not how I want my linebackers playing." He may say that shit. He may see that and be like, "Ew."
I feel all that.
Looking like he may. I don't know.
But I'm saying like that's right. But that's what it is, right? Like there's people that are gonna have different takes, but like his eyes, he's evaluating that group firsthand, right? And he's like, and he came in after the portal and after all that shit was done. So you know what I'm saying, he's watching him like, yo, maybe these guys some of them don't work for what I don't have a guy that works for the defense that I want to run, which is completely, you know what I'm saying, like, is a legitimate thing. Like, he might be a guy like, yo, these are the specific characteristics that I like my linebackers to do. And some of them have some pieces, but not, you know what I'm saying? There's not a guy that goes, no fucking question, this is it. And I'm not saying this is what they're saying. I'm just saying we're saying the hypothetical that whole argument, right? So it's difficult to grade out because he's looking at a difference, like, yo, his movement, whatever the fuck, however he evaluates his linebackers is different. You know what I'm saying? And it might not be what he wants, and that's what it is. Shout out to Cali Kane in the building. Yeah,
we gonna see. Hopefully,
I understand what CB. I'm not disagreeing. We're not disagreeing with what you're saying. We're just doing the, you know what I'm saying, the other side of it. And yes, like there's a freshman that walked on that looks the part. That looks the part 100%. That others above him don't.
There should be four motherfuckers in front of him. Theoretically,
yes,
there should be four
theoretically. But some motherfuckers become undeniable. I'm not saying that's what Young is doing. Like some motherfuckers come in and take that shit. Like, yo, I don't give a fuck how long you've been here, fam. Like, I'm here to take it. And I'm not saying we might have a true freshman starting against Notre Dame. That might completely be possible. But you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you don't have the guy,
crazy word. I'm sorry, but that's crazy.
It is, but it happens at a time, you know, because
it does. No different than OJ starting coming out the gate. None of us had that.
I think he started out of necessity.
Yeah, they didn't have
because he was trash. That's why. But that's a whole nother subject. But the thing is, yo, if we need a fucking linebacker to be the guy, I'm not exactly happy with that. Now, I'm happy that they identified it and will go get it. But then to me, that means niggas is cashing check.
Let me ask you a question, CB. Let me ask you a question. Watching this team last season at linebacker, who would you say is a guy? And do you feel comfortable with two linebackers? What two linebackers do you feel
between Popo, West, and Pruitt? I would think your two starters should be there.
No,
and if they're not,
that's not the question at all. That's not the question at all.
Am I comfortable with those three? Yes,
you are.
No, I just answered your question. Yes, you picked two out of those three. You should be fine. You should theoretically be fine.
No, you saw them three, and you're like, yeah, we got a guy at linebacker.
I think we got a guy in Deuce personally. That's how I feel.
So you got one guy. We got another
and
one.
Both of them niggas niggas should make one nigga. I don't understand what we're not.
But that's
you.
He's talking about Wes and Popo.
Between Wes and Popo and Deuce, you should be straight at linebacker. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You should be straight. Okay, so you don't sound confident, but all right, you should be straight.
What else do you want me to say? We should win a national champion. You should be straight.
You should be straight. You saying we should be straight? That's come on, son. When you say yo, you straight? What that mean?
Yeah,
because you don't need to go get a nigga to start. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying for the past 20 minutes. You shouldn't have to get a nigga to start because of them three.
So that's how I feel. If I can get somebody who's better than straight, should I not get him?
Not if these niggas is like that. If they like that, you wouldn't even be looking.
No. That's straight in like the different grading system.
Just straight. You saying they just straight. You saying Deuce.
They're good enough.
And one of the other two should be straight.
Yes, nigga. Straight. And if not, there's a conversation that needs to be had. What the fuck are we paying these niggas for if they not the guys?
Because they're straight.
Okay, I get it.
Then why didn't you upgrade last year? Then why didn't you go get the nigga last year then?
You upgrade every year though. You try to upgrade every year.
Why didn't they upgrade last year?
Last year besides Kiko. So they were good enough last year, but they're not good enough this year, is what you're telling me.
Different defensive coordinators, though, right?
Maybe to start, because they didn't.
Very similar scheme, though. We played two of them in the middle, right?
Yeah, somebody said
the scheme or the defense. I don't know that the scheme is the same. No, like you might be playing the same 4-2-5, but
yeah.
It could be a totally different way they play. I'm sure it is actually. A totally different way.
They censored in the chat. Though.
They do totally different.
Y'all gonna have to stop in the chat, bro. I'm.
Somebody done made.
I hope they're not. I hope.
I see what y'all are saying. I do. Like everybody in the chat, like. So no, sometimes I like to argue for the sake of argument. I do. I understand what y'all are saying, that if you look at your roster and it is Mario's job, that if he says, okay, I can upgrade here, I should. I 100% understand that. All I'm saying is, to me, if by now one of the I do get the caveat. Also, Ben, I that's a great caveat that it could be Heatherman saying those guys are legit. They're just not what I need.
Yeah,
there's that too, but that wasn't the statement that was made at first. The statement that was made at first is that we don't think we have a guy and we need to go get one. That is an issue. I think that's an issue. That's all I'm saying is I think that would be an issue. Now, when you throw caveats and you say, oh, well, he is a guy, he just don't fit this scheme, but he is like that. He just don't fit what I'm looking for. That's different. But that blanket statement of we need to go get a guy at linebacker isn't including all those caveats. It would be like just saying we need a receiver and then saying, well, no, we need a speedy guy to take the top. That's different than just saying I need a receiver that's like that. But then when you say, what we need is a speedy guy, that's a caveat that changes that blanket statement.
I'm asking who's like that. That's what I'm saying. Who's like that? That's what I'm asking. Who's like that?
This is 100% the Backyard Barbecue Podcast.
I feel that too.
This is exactly what this is. Let's be completely clear. This is just a recorded barbecue. Yes, 100% the Backyard Barbecue.
Yeah,
that's sometimes chat, y'all have to realize sometimes I play the devil's advocate for the sake of argument. But I do understand. I understand both points. I understand Ben saying, okay, he may be cold, but what Heatherman needs from one of those two positions, we may not have in the room. But that is a different statement than we don't have a guy and we need one. The caveat is, they could be guys, they just may not fit the new scheme. That's a different statement than we don't have a receiver that can get open versus we need a receiver that maybe will fit the slot. We don't understand how those are two different statements, right?
Yeah. I guess
that's all I'm saying. If it's the blanket statement, to me,
let me get this Mo Dono. Mo says, let the young players play. Thank you for being on time, Mo, as always. Let the young players on the team play. F a transfer unless he's a top 60 pick. This guaranteed. If he's not let your guys play and see what happens on game day.
Yeah,
I don't
but
want to
also
bring a
against
okay guy in.
Yeah, but against my point and to Joe, this don't help my argument. But to Joe's point, just rebutting Mo, it is Mario's job to, in today's day
Upgrade.
and age with the portal, it is his job to upgrade if he sees fit to upgrade. But as a fan, I would ask, like, what the fuck is going on to where we need to upgrade there? That's where I'm. A lot of times my questions are not from a analyst or media, whatever y'all want to call it, standpoint. It's from a fan standpoint. And from a fan standpoint, I would be asking, how come these guys are not ready? That's where I would come at it with
also
it.
a valid question.
That's facts.
That's where I would come from with it is, well, why not? Like, is there something that did somebody regress? Did somebody why all of a sudden do we need a guy to take the dominant amount of reps when we didn't feel we needed that last year? It is mostly the same roster.
So let me ask another question real quick. We down to the end. So over the past couple of years,
you in the chat, by the way. Love y'all, man. Make sure
love y'all in the chat. Love y'all.
Love it. We love it. Hey, love the back and forth.
Over the last couple of years, you have, let's say, one linebacker's gone, right? But you have Wes, right? He's been there for what, 3 years? Is he going on his third or fourth?
Fourth.
All right. In those past 3 years, would you say
he was
Wes,
Mario's first recruiting?
Hey, I would love to finish. That'd be dope. So we can get up out of here.
I apologize. No, you're right.
I think we were both shocked that his.
I can't believe it.
Here.
Yeah.
Is Wes him? Is Wes that guy?
Oh, this is what you're doing? This is how you end it? You
this Joe is wild for that one.
I'm asking. Like over the last.
I just blew up, so that's a solid question to ask in response. That is a solid question.
Over the last 3 years, would you say, other than the fact that he's been solid and he's been here, right?
He's been straight.
Is he that guy at linebacker? Like top? Top? Is he a top linebacker in the ACC?
My brother in Christ, I love you and I appreciate this question. I will say it like this: if since we are hoping for the younger guys to step up, and it's a question mark, I think that answers your question. So
I'm just curious.
Yeah, no,
he's been here for 4 years.
Yeah, he should be like that. He should be like that. Yes, 4. It's 4. He was a late flip from Mario.
Have you seen development?
Yes, from West. Yes.
Yes.
Over the 4. So each year he's improved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and last year they did some different things with him. Because remember, sometimes when our edges started getting hurt, he was bumping down and coming off the edge quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like what I saw against West for the most part last year, and even Popo too. When Popo would come off the bench, probably was one of our better covering linebackers, to be honest.
I thought from year 1 to year 2, it's hard for me to give anybody a passing grade from last year's defense if I'm keeping it a buck, like just in general. So year 1 and year 2, I saw him.
It's hard,
right? Because it's hard. It's really difficult because it was atrocious, fam. It was.
There's a couple guys
atrocious.
you can
like
shout
Simeon
out.
Barrow and Amon Moten.
Yeah,
might be like that's
it's probably gone.
OJ cool, but like
OJ.
But I feel like you're like, yo, a lot of that was couched with like, he's a true freshman. You know what I'm saying? Like when he didn't, you know what I'm saying? It was like, but look what he's doing for.
I feel you.
Like if that was you see what I'm saying?
His grading scale, good grading.
Yeah, his grading scale was gonna be curved like a motherfucker anyway because it was that. But yeah, he's made steps, but I give him as a grade of an incomplete because last year was so bad on that side of the ball, and the other 2 were starting to go. You know what I'm saying? Like
incomplete.
Yeah, so he's not. He's
been playing for
still.
3 years,
listen, man, like he skipped a semester, man. You know what I'm saying? Last year was so bad. I can't grade that.
You've been playing.
I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, yo, he's not that. Last year, everybody on that defense was fucking horrible. So I can't be like, oh, West stood out as the worst guy. You know what I mean? So like,
no, definitely wouldn't say that. Absolutely not.
I'm
just
not
saying,
the
I'm just
he
trying
wasn't
to,
the worst linebacker.
just trying to figure out, just figure out what we thinking. You know what I mean?
So let me ask y'all, what would you need to see from Popo to convince you that he is the guy at linebacker? And I don't mean to signal out anybody, because I know his pops is a friend of the pod, so we're not trying to talk bad about it. We love Popo here. We've always championed and loved Popo here. Yes, and that's why the reason I'm signaling Popo is because of how much the fan base loves him, because of how much we love him here on this pod. Yeah. But what would you need to see from Popo that would make you go, okay, he's the guy at linebacker in that room for us?
Yeah. See, unfortunately for me, man, I just need to see snaps. I just need to see it in the game. Like, I won't know anything until Notre Dame, man. I just can't. We're not in the building, right? We don't watch practice every day. We don't see Ben sort of scrimmage, but it's a scrimmage where a lot of people are injured and blah, 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 blah. Yes. But I mean, not a lot of people. I don't know who's injured or not, but I mean, it's just a scrimmage, but we won't know until Notre Dame, man. We won't know. So that's hard. You know what I mean? I just
let me ask. All right, so let's say sometimes it's easier to judge first. Oh, go ahead.
In a perfect world for me, the starting two would have been like without question, Popo at the middle and West on the other side, like West next to him. Should have been no question.
In a perfect world, yeah.
In a perfect world, the fact that again, we're not the only one saying this. Isn't like, yo, you heard it started like this is a thing that's been talked about through you go watch the people who watch practices, things that's been openly talked about. That should have been locked down. The fact that it's not locked down could be the question of the statement that I brought up earlier. Maybe Coach Heatherman requires things differently from his linebackers. That what I'm saying, and it's not an indictment of them. Like they might have a bunch of skill in all those things, but what he requires they don't do on a consistent basis, and that's not. I don't think that's an onus on them. Some guys thrive in different systems and different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that might be the thing too. So,
and fam, how do we know it's not locked down? We won't know until August.
Yes, this is all shit. That also this is the things that nothing.
Yeah, we won't know until we come back.
Who get to see observations. You know what I'm saying from the things like, and then and remember, everybody's eyes are different, right? Like we all got several players that we like. So like I could be like, yo, like I like the conversation we had in the chat last week, right? About that wide receiver. We don't need a name. I was like, yo, for me, that person didn't pop. And you were like, yo, you fucking crazy? Of course he popped. Like, yo, he's really like that. I'm not gonna say the name, but we'll talk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
We was talking about it.
Don't worry about that.
I know.
Yeah, in our group chat, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like our eyes are different. Like the moments, because that would be the thing. Like the moments that you see of somebody and you're grading them, and then you get to build a statement off that. Yeah, I don't want you to remember who it is because you'll just say the name. So before that, I just hit the fucking end. But yeah, man, like it's just
private chat, Joe.
Private chat.
So the thing, here's where I go with that. Is to me, it's a different statement saying like, okay, we got a quarterback room. We got a new OC that likes a dual threat guy. We need to go get a quarterback because what we have doesn't fit the scheme versus we don't have a quarterback. Those are two different statements.
Sure.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, so
yes. But let me ask y'all. Look, y'all play football, right? Y'all play football. Like, if the defense. No, yeah, come on now. Don't be humble.
Joe is cold.
We got pictures.
Bro. Joe be downplaying how cold he
printouts, dog. Like, don't be out here
Joe
lying,
man.
Yeah.
He be trying to downplay how cold he was. Joe's going to the league, y'all, if he didn't get hurt. He be downplaying this for y'all. Joe was cold.
Yeah. Joe real humble about it.
I'm not going to let him do that on here. Joe was cold. We had his coach on here. Joe was cold. Joe was built like a linebacker, killing corners one-on-one. Joe was cold.
Man. If your defensive coordinator is also the linebackers coach, that would be the quarterback of the defense calling it and somebody he could trust, right? Like, So wouldn't that kind of be, to your point? Wouldn't that kind of be the same thing? And y'all tell me, y'all played more. You know what I'm saying? 100% more than I did. I didn't play. So when that, if he's calling, if that's what his basis is that what it is?
Yeah, but that's most defenses though. Even if your defensive coordinator is not the linebacker coach, because a lot of times that it's hard to have the safety call stuff because he can't see what's going on with the front. So usually your middle linebacker does call the defense. So that's usually pretty. Now there are exceptions to the rule, obviously, but in most defenses, even like Gidgey was a safety guy, the defense was still called by the middle linebacker.
Yeah, I've played him. I played in both. I played on teams. I played in both. I played on teams with a free safety calls the defense, and I played on teams with linebackers. But mostly, middle linebacker has called the defense.
Because it's a little bit easier for him to communicate to the front, which in the secondary, you don't make crazy coverage changes based on emotion or based on things like that. But it's easier to communicate with the front to, hey, y'all are stunting now. Hey, you scoot over. Hey, y'all are going to twist now. It's easier for him to communicate with them than the safety having to come down and be like, hey, bro, you out of position. We had James doing that 2 years ago, and it was hard for him to get back because he was so worried about everyone being out of position. So, but that could be another thing. Well, I can't put that stigma on nobody in the room, so I'm not gonna say that. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's like saying a quarterback can't read defense, so I can't put that stigma on nobody without knowing. That's hard to say.
It's just we gotta wait until the 31st, man, and we'll know what it really is in the summertime when we start getting practice notes from August. That's when we'll know who's in the first group and who's not. So
shout out to Fresh dropping his stats in the chat.
He said I had over 9 sacks. Was that 10? Was that 11? Was that 9.5?
9.5? 9.5?
He got the half off. He got that half off. He got somebody's shoestrings one time. Got that half. Hey, 9 sacks as a linebacker that's a stat.
Over 9.
9?
Yeah, but if we look up his sacks, it's over crazy. 9 sacks. It doesn't say a number. He had more than 9. We don't know exactly
over 9 for a career. Or
I'm gonna just start telling people that. Like I had almost 1,000 yards in the season. We're not gonna say that it was 600. We're just gonna say that it was.
I say approximately, son. I had approximately 1,000 yards.
It's over 9.
No, because I had nowhere near 1,000. I was like at 648. But I'm not gonna say that.
Me
don't do that, Joe. If you round up, that 6, it goes to 1,000. We got to keep on rounding.
Keep rounding. If you just keep rounding,
we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Carry the 1.
We're gonna keep going. We're failing the test. We're failing the test, but we're making me feel good. We're rounding all the way up. We're going to 1,000.
Hey man, there's always.
Oh, you see the merch, man.
Yeah, you see it. Look, man. You know what I'm saying? Out here. You know what I'm saying? Scan QR code right there, right down there.
It's Adidas for you, so you can rock your Adidas gear, your Adidas shoes with it.
Yeah. Also, I saw some Adidas shoes, Joe, that were cold. I saw some
what?
Cold.
I'm gonna stay with what I bought last year. I'll just rock.
No, the whites. No, but we're not getting the ones they were wearing. We're not getting the ones they were wearing.
Those are PEs. You'll never get those. Yeah, but Kobe, they're coming out with some all orange Kobe soon.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the right orange though, or close enough?
It looks like it. It looks close enough. It does. It looks close enough. It looks close enough to, how sometimes they'll tint it look close enough to the logo orange. That's a little bit brighter sometimes than, you know what I'm saying, than what Adidas puts on the merch. What Adidas puts on the merch is not always true to our color code, because our color code is a bit brighter than even like the orange that's under this like, share, and subscribe. It's a little bit darker than our actual color code, which is what's used for merch and stuff mostly. Yes. But the Kobe's look more so like our if you Google our logo, it looks more like that orange. They look cool. Okay, they look cool. I'm gonna tweet them out on the You Heard page.
Yeah, let me see them. So Fresh says he had over 9 sacks in one season. Not
bro, from a linebacker, I ain't gonna hold you. That's kind of cold, bro.
Fresh was outside.
Hey, hold on though.
Why high school though? Fresh don't.
If you're in a 3-4, you're an outside linebacker. That's different. I need to quantify this. If you were like a 3-4 outside linebacker, you're essentially a DN. So I need to quantify what this is.
And
now, if
what
he was
high
like in a
school,
4.3,
What class? Yeah,
you wasn't in Dunwoody, Florida, or some shit. I don't even know if that.
Don't do nothing.
You like class?
Like
You
that,
read
bro.
like
Why
class
you do
A,
fresh
class
like
double
that?
A? Well, we looking at.
Why you say?
Listen, man,
Why you say
hey,
Fresh got that in
he
7-on-7? Why you say he got 9 sacks?
You got it on flag. Hey, listen. You put your stats
Y'all
out there.
9 at linebacker is crazy. That's a hell of a lot of sacks.
No, you got kicked out because you didn't make it on time.
He was late.
He
was late.
You didn't make warm-ups. The fuck? What are you talking
No,
about?
shut up, late.
He didn't stretch or anything. He just
pull something. Hey, man, I gotta go. I've been.
You ever been kicked out of a game, Joe? You ever got kicked out of a game? Nope. Me neither. I've been in trouble. Like I've gotten warnings. I
talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit.
I talk a lot of shit. Yeah.
Really? I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you talk shit, Joe.
I've had the ref go to my coach and say, like, if he say one more thing, like I've had that happen before. I've had that.
Joe,
I started quietly though. I started quiet until somebody else started talking shit. That really got me riled up. You know what I mean? When somebody else
opposite. I just talk shit.
Yeah, from the gate. Yeah.
Yeah, from the gate, bro. I told y'all we lost by 44 to somebody, and I was talking shit. I told y'all.
I wasn't on that type of time. I would never.
Y'all think I'm joking? When I went to that receiver and told him, everybody get to celebrate but you. When y'all get on the bus, you sit in the back, you be quiet, and you put your hands in between your legs, put your head down, and you just be quiet on the ride home because everybody contributed to this but you. They won. You lost. You don't get to celebrate. You with me. You get on our bus. You come to Adobe and run with us tomorrow because you didn't help. They threw the ball your way 4 times. You got shut down. You didn't help at all. You don't get to celebrate, fam. Come here. When we over here getting yelled at, come get yelled at with us. I don't need you basking in the praises of this victory you didn't do anything in. I'm telling y'all, this is not a joke. Like I honestly told this dude. I wouldn't say anything. So. I had a mouth on me.
Bro. Is that the game? Was that the game that they rushed for like 389 yards?
Yeah. Hey, I got a personal flag once for handing a ref his flag back. You know, you can't touch the flag. If you touch the flag, it's a personal. I didn't know that. So somebody, it was a pass interference on the DB against me. I ran a slant, and they called holding. But he threw the flag up, and when the flag hit me as I was laying down, so I picked it up, handed it back to him, and he and threw it again. So I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he and threw his hat because if they don't have a flag, they throw their hat. So I got a personal foul for touching the flag, and I got a personal foul for cussing out a ref. But my coach was hot; he was mad as hell. It was like 35. But I didn't know you couldn't touch the flag. I didn't know you couldn't. I think he thought I was being arrogant when I handed the flag back to him. Like I think he thought I was like, like in an egotistical way, like here, fool. Like, but I was honestly just handing it back to him. But
he also heard you. He heard you talking shit all game.
CB was Jacoby George before Jacoby George.
Yeah, exactly. Before there was footage out there.
Kinda, yeah. Like a little bit. I wasn't. I was a sore loser too. So I
was the absolute story.
I was trash.
Yeah, my mom's had to take me out of
time I didn't
because I was if I lost, it wasn't.
Oh man,
she had to take me out for a while. Yeah.
Quick story. That's how my dad knew I had a concussion my senior year in our homecoming game.
Did you stop talking?
Because on the ride home, he was like, "You good?" And I was like, that's hilarious." He was like, I didn't talk when we lost. He was like, "Are you good?" And I was like, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was 21-7. Like, it could have been worse. And my dad was like, he tells a story where he was like, bro, it's 21-7 in the second quarter. That they put 42 on y'all in the second half alone. Like, this was like 60-something to 7. He was like, what? So that's when my dad was like, he don't remember the second half. Like, there's something wrong. That's how my dad knew there was something wrong. Because I was like, I mean, yeah, I'm mad, but we put up a good fight. My dad was like, no, y'all didn't. Nah, yeah, what are you talking about? No, you didn't. And I was like, it was 21-7. He was like, when was it 21-7? I was at the end of the game. He was like, for you.
The game ended the first half for you.
Who up to the second half? Yeah, that's how my dad. But I was a sore loser, bro. I didn't talk. My only requirement, my dad made me watch film, so they recorded every game. So he would always be like, I don't care if you want to talk to me or you want to talk about it, but before you go to sleep, you got to rewatch it. So I used to have to rewatch the game before I went to sleep.
That 63-7 was crazy.
Bro. Yeah.
All right, man. We got nothing else.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, man, make sure to smash that like button. Hit us on the rewatch. Remember, we're available wherever you get your podcast. This one was crazy. Our brother was back. Again, Poke, the Poke family, prayers, man, love, all of that good stuff, man. We said at the beginning, we'll say it at the end. Your family, man, it's that shit is real. It's not, that's good people, man. We love you. We're here for you, man. And yeah, man, we up out of here, man. For Joey.
Muhammad, you
Joey.
Crazy, bro.
He's most insane, dog. Most crazy.
Y'all see that comment?
Salute to the chat, man. Salute y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. 257 rocking with us, man. Appreciate y'all.
Real quick, Ben, you're live streaming for the spring game, right?
Yeah, doing a live.
Yeah, so anyone that's not going, there will be a live here. Shout out to Will 305 Sports Now. I think we're all going to be on his channel this week. He's doing a live every week, so tap in. Yeah, man.
Willie Diamonds out there, man.
Willie Falcone.
Willie Falcone. All right, man. We up out here, man. Love y'all. Be good. Peace.